All right, guys, how you doing? We're back. We're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the details and some of the features of this new wheel loader that we're working on here. Go over some of the things that we tried to incorporate and some of the things that we were able to use, and then the cost of things, and just a complete rundown of what's going on here. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. You can see. Let me get some. Okay, so first thing we'll notice here is going to be the orange parts. You guys are probably wondering, oh, he must have ran out of filament. No, this was done on purpose. Just wasn't done throughout the process because I kept changing things. But essentially, the orange parts represent the metal plates that we're going to be ordering and we're going to be using for this. So each arm is going to get two plates sandwiched together. So they're going to be kind of thin like this, 3 millimeter. And essentially, we're going to go ahead and combine the two on each side. And then that'll get a nice metal sandwich in a sense. And then each of these links will have metal incorporated as well on the inside here. This will be metal, or metal sandwich, excuse me. And in the bucket as well, all of these mounts here are going to be metal plate, along with this side piece here and that one over there. So the bucket will have a nice sandwich to it as well. And then so will the rest of the frame. We'll have a lot of metal being incorporated down in here. Hopefully you guys can see these sides here. This piece right here actually represents a metal plate, and so does this as well. And then these mounts inside of here, hopefully you guys can get that. These mounts right here are actually going to be metal as well. Along with the pivots down here, all of it's going to be metal. And then some of the details will be metal. I'm trying to make these mud flap mounts. I'm trying to make those metal. This will be metal as well. And then you know, just some little detail stuff. This front cover will be metal, just to coat and incorporate it. The back chassis sides are going to be metal. And then of course we got our metal wheels and axles. This is going to be a cool little feature. Adds a good amount of weight down below, but one of the main reasons why I did this was to utilize the axle locks, or excuse me, diff locks. What it is you have right now it's 4-wheel drive, but they're open diffs. Okay, so I can grab one side of these wheels and turn it doing this, and then the other side's going to go the opposite way, and that's an open diff. So when we lock the diff, these tires are going to spin at the same speed in the same direction. The same with the rear. That's just going to help with traction when we're going around the site, and keep us from getting stuck, or you know, it gets a little slippery underneath when we're trying to pull a load out. We'll be able to do that without having to use the hand of God. So the other cool thing is going to be the brushless planetary drive system for this. It's a 2-speed system, and it's on the fly. So you got a high speed and a low speed. That's going to be really awesome. Another cool feature to have if you need to scoot around the site at decent speeds. The 2-speed is going to really help, or the high speed. So far, I've only really used the low speed and for loading and testing, and I really like it. It has a really nice crawling ability, and it just seems really awesome. So that's going to be for the drive system, and then some of the metal features. You guys can clearly see that we're using hydraulics. We got the hydraulic lifting arm, the hydraulic bucket, and then of course the hydraulic steering. Now, can't really see the other cylinder in the back there, but it's on the other side. And the reason why we don't have one here is we're gonna end up taking this back apart. So I just wanted to make it as easy as possible for me to go ahead and get this apart and get it finished without having to break anything or all that good stuff. But thanks to Derek for explaining to me that some of the higher end machines, they actually only use one powered cylinder, or one cylinder hooked up to the hydraulics, and then the other cylinder is kind of like a dud. It's a faux cylinder. It's just there for looks. And you guys can see in the video that there's more than enough power for turning with just the one cylinder. And I think that's how we're going to leave it, just for the simplicity of it. Everything is really tight in here, and the idea of fitting another cylinder in there with more hoses kind of scares me, just because of, again, how much room we have. You can see inside here, there's really not much room inside of this to get anything. So we're gonna run it like this, and we're gonna do some more testing and see how it goes. Excuse me. Some of the other features are gonna be just the details. I was trying to really get as much detail as I can. The interior of the cab, I really tried to capture what the real machine looked like. So we got the detail on the floor here. In the middle here, there's the Komatsu decal. Maybe you guys can see it right in there. Not a decal, but kind of like an impression. And that's just what the real machine is, and again, trying to maintain that. We got a lot of the TPU mud flaps, TPU wheel chock. We got LED light housings, and we haven't had the chance to install the LEDs. I'm gonna install them using this light controller here as soon as I get everything painted, and then we'll get it all back together and make the build video and such, and then you guys can see how it's done. But down here where the sound controller will go is going to be actually right below here, all the way to down here is going to be hollow in here. And that's where our sound controller will go, sound and light controller will go, and then our speaker will go back here. So thought this was a pretty cool feature. This is the ability to just have access to everything back here without having to take the hood off or anything like that. So you can see the battery I'm using. You can see the hydraulics down here. Oops. So you got your pump, your tank, and then right underneath all that, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's going to be the valve, the three-way valve. And then we have all our other electronics in the back. Let me get this situated. So the receiver is going to be here, access via a magnetic door, and then the same thing on this other side. This other side actually has our diff lock servo. So that should go over the key details here. One of the other things I wanted to incorporate was, I don't know if you guys can, you probably can't see it, but there's a fan inside of this grill, and I really wanted to mimic the real machine. The real machine has a really nice fan back here. Excuse me. And it really takes up the whole area, and I wanted to do the same thing. And I think I did a really good job at capturing the imprint for the fan here. So essentially it's kind of sealed all the way around the fan, so airflow just goes right into here, and in theory it'll come out of these vent holes, and then up here as well, because there's a cutout here. So it should help release some of that heat from the pump and any of the other electronics. But so far, again, I really like how it's come out. I'm really excited about how it runs, how it works, and the capabilities of it. It's such a small machine that I was really afraid that I wasn't going to be able to make it not useful, but make it to where it can be used with the other machines and keep up with them. And I truly feel that this machine is going to keep up, and it's going to be a game changer as far as the 3D printing world. But let's go ahead and show you guys how it moves, how it functions, and then we'll go ahead and take it to the pit over there, and we'll test it out and show you guys how it does in the dirt. So let me go ahead and set this camera down, and I'm going to plug it in, and we'll show you guys what's going on.
Prolonged inactivity. Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
All right. Love this hinge part. It has magnets on the bottom here to kind of lock it in, but it really doesn't need the magnets. You can kind of hear it snap. Kind of clicks right in there. It looks really good. Again, I really like it. So let's go ahead and show you guys excuse me, it moving around. So here's going to be your low gear planetary drive. Pretty good. The steering radius is about 37, just like the real machine, with the ability to go 40 if it needs to. It hits the bump stops here. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, really, really slow speed option. We can really, really creep it in there. And, I mean, just really, really creep. You know, or we can go ahead and hit our second gear here, or our hard gear, excuse me, and we can go a little bit faster. Yeah, love that ability. All right, and of course we got the Rams. All right, and I got these dialed in, but this is what they are right now. So that's gonna be the model here, and again I really like what it came out to be. I think it looks really awesome. The cylinders here are a little bit longer than they need to be. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any shorter ones, so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna run this, and then we could utilize this model in real life has a regular arm and then a long reach arm. So maybe we'll utilize that and make a longer reach arm or whatever the case is, but. One other thing I wanted to mention is in the real machine at 14th scale, it actually, to this point here, it's only 11 inches and a quarter. And what I was able to do is get it to roughly 12 inches. And it can go a little bit more. I think 12 and a quarter is going to be the max height. I thought that was going to be something that was absolutely necessary, especially when we're trying to load these rock trucks or these regular trucks. So I think that's going to be an awesome feature here. And 12 inches, just so you guys know, in millimeters is roughly 305 millimeter, so or 30 centimeters. So I think this thing's going to be able to handle just about any of the dump trucks. Maybe not any of them, but a lot of the ones that we have here, and we're gonna have, or I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. I'm gonna get some more details on. We got the mirrors and some other things to do. Once I get everything painted, as I mentioned before, we'll go ahead and get all the lights in and then get the sound dialed in and all that good stuff. So, again, really excited about this. I can't wait until I get the rest of the parts to go ahead and get everything finished. But more importantly, just to get it finished, painted, and get to using it some more, because I really like the machine. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and again, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. This is going to be one hell of a machine, and I think it's definitely going to be a competitor as far as these other electric ones and all that, and even these all metal ones. I think this is going to be something that's really comparable. You can see the suspension works pretty good, although it's not much of a suspension, more of a pendulum, but it works out really well. Detail came out pretty good. I printed everything at about 0.12, and everything printed out really nicely. The doors use a little bit of work. They're kind of stiff right now. I probably just have to mess around with that hinge, but those are going to get the acrylic, and I'm going to use some of this clear part cement, make it look really nice. The cement dries just as clear as the acrylic. Excuse me. So, all right, guys, I hope I explained everything in this video. I hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, you guys have any questions, concerns, whatever the case is, feel free to comment or message me, and I'll do my best to explain or help you guys understand what's going on here. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed, and look forward to look out for the files when they get released. Thanks. Hmm.